It's an absolutely loaded weekend on the recruiting trail for Texas Tech as they are set to host two major portal targets out in the 806. One, very well known at this point. The other, a major but welcome surprise. Hey, how's it going, everybody? It's RC Maxfield here for the Back to 12 podcast. And listen, I know I asked y'all to like the video. I even have it at the bottom of the screen. Please do that. But we are only 80 subs away from 10K. I think we can get there within the next week. Help a brother out if you're enjoying these transfer portal updates each and every day on your Texas Tech Red Raiders. And hey, it's not just helping me out, it's helping you out too, keeping you in the know on everything Texas Tech men's basketball all year long on the channel with the, largest group of Texas Tech fans on YouTube. So simply like the video, hit that subscribe button, and turn on that notification bell. I promise you won't regret it. All right, let's jump into this. As we've got one, we're going to say the surprise here for just a second, but we've got great on campus this weekend. I think everybody knows who he is at this point in Osobor. You've got a 6'8", 250-pound forward, 1 year of eligibility left, started his collegiate career at Montana State, then transferred to Utah State, and is now in the portal, and he is an absolute bona fide stud. There's just no way around it, averaging 17 points per game. You've also got nine rebounds per game, 2.8 assists, while also averaging over 2.5 blocks and steals per game. He is scheduled to arrive tomorrow at the time of this recording this on Friday, May 3rd. He is, in fact, scheduled to arrive late May 4th. So Saturday, May 4th, out in the 806, and he is a high priority for the Red Raiders. We know Kentucky is out of the mix. He just got off his official visit from Louisville. He will go to his official visit out in the 806 before finally going to his last official visit scheduled, which will be up in Seattle, where, he will visit the University of Washington, where his coach from not only Montana State, but Utah State, and Coach Sprinkle is the new head coach for the Huskies. I think at this point, know everything you need to know about Gio, right? I mean, he is just one of those guys that is a true difference maker around the rim and would be an all-conference type player from the moment he steps foot on campus. I will say this. You're going to get one of the two in terms of, I don't think you get both, and maybe you don't even get either, but I think it's one of the situations for Texas Tech where you get great or you get topping. It's one of the two, right? I don't think you get both if you're the Red Raiders, and we'll talk about why with the surprise visit here in just a second. But in my opinion, again, I've heard people say Tech is out on Osobor. That's just not the case. They are 100% in, and I know that we talked about that on yesterday's video. I just want to reinforce it because a lot of people in my comments, not only here on YouTube, but on Twitter, were saying, RC, I'm hearing that they're out. They're not. He wouldn't be coming on his visit if Texas Tech was out of it. They're in the mix, and they will have a prime opportunity to land a top 5 portal target, portal prospect, according to The Athletic. So it is a massive, massive weekend for the Red Raiders when it comes to great Osobor. Now, we'll get to the surprise visitor here in just a second, but before we do, I want to shout out the Scarlet and Black Insider because of this. We dropped the news before anybody else in the industry when it came to this surprise visitor we will talk about here in just a second. Austin Massey, Jacob Harris have been phenomenal over there. I give scouting reports, go in depth, and do much more over on the site. I promise you, if you want to join the fastest growing group of Texas Tech fans on the internet, I'm so excited I can't even speak right now during this promo about the Scarlet and Black Insider. Head on over to scarletandblackinsider.com. I promise you won't regret it. It is absolutely worth it. All right. You want some good news on your Friday? I know we're a little late, and some of y'all may have even seen this update already. Damn it, I don't care. Trazarien. Sorry for yelling there, babe. I know she's going to get mad at me for hearing that later on. But Trazarien White, he will be on campus. I know a lot of y'all are thinking to yourself, RC, didn't he post his top 3 on social media? You'd be right. He did. But Texas Tech just eased their way in there, and they will get the first of this official visit for Trazarien White. He is a 6'7", 190-pound forward with 1 year of eligibility remaining, averaged just under 20 points per game and under 7 rebounds per game last year for the Seahawks of UNC Wilmington. He also shot nearly 40% from three. If you want the exact stats, he averaged 19.8 points per game, 6.8 rebounds, 1.6 assists, and 39% from three. Now, he is from Maxfield, Texas, and some of those competing teams in his top three, at least the top three that people thought was the top three, were Baylor, TCU, and Mississippi State. Texas Tech getting into this conversation after he had already released the top three is very, very telling for the Red Raiders and a very good thing for Texas Tech. For those that didn't watch the videos about him previously, he is a guy that is just an absolute bucket, in my opinion. He can get to the rim, finish with either hand. Again, when you look at his measurables, 6'7", 190. He ranks in the 68th percentile nationally in spot-up opportunities, 66th in transition, which is very good, 62nd percentile in the pick and roll as the ball handler at 6'7" is something you don't see every day. Excellent catch and shoot guy. And when I say excellent, that's probably underselling him. He's 92nd percentile nationally in that regard. Now, shooting off the dribble, total 180. He's sixth. There's not another number there. Just sixth percentile nationally in that regard. The thing that really stands out to me about his game is he is super versatile and a much better passer than those numbers showed up when it comes to his averages last season with UNC Wilmington, which was 1.6 assists per game. He's a solid defender, can guard 1 through 3 comfortably, but even 1 through 4 as well. And I think that's where he projects to start at if he were to commit to the Scarlet and Black. I view him as a 4 playing alongside the likes of Elijah Hawkins, Kevin Overton, D5, and then you have him at the 4 if he were to commit. And the reason I think he can guard the 4 position is he has the size to do so, but he has really active hands and feet. He knows how to use his quickness in terms of guarding bigger players very well for himself. Now, he's an extremely interesting target because, again, I mentioned it. He did have a top 3. Tipton Edits put it out there on Twitter. That was Baylor, TCU, and Mississippi State. I thought it was left to right. Again, I got a message this morning on Friday. Hey, Trazarien White is the surprise visitor this weekend because we knew there was one. We just didn't know who it was. We went on. Austin put it onto the site over there on the Scarlet and Black Insider, and that's another reason to subscribe. And now we're putting that out here on a video. So shout out to Austin, Jacob, and, well, I'm going to give myself a little bit of credit as well for breaking the news when it came to that surprise official visitor. My overall thoughts when it comes to Trazarien White as a prospect, though, he would be a sensational ad, a high-level ad for the Red Raiders, and one that I think would be an instant plug-and-play at the 4 spot. He reminds me a lot of Davion Warren, a little bit taller, but that kind of skill set where if you go back and watch the film when it comes to his time at Wilmington for the Seahawks, he was a guy that was asked to do everything in the sense of, hey, we're just going to give you the ball, make something happen. He's never played with really good playmakers. He would have that opportunity at Texas Tech, whether that's Elijah Hawkins, arguably the best passer in all of college basketball, or D5, Kevin Overton, Chance McMillan, whoever it may be. He would have a much better time in terms of getting better opportunities and looks at the basket. So that's the thing that really stands out to me, and I think he would be a sensational ad for Texas Tech. But it's going to be a really big weekend for Texas Tech. As great as on campus, and so is Trazarien. I'm telling you right now, that is just an electric first name duo right there. Just put everything else to the side. Great as a first name in Trazarien? Yeah, sign me up for that. Sign me up. And you know what you should sign up for? Well, really not sign up for. Just a couple clicks. Like the video. Hit that subscribe button. We're almost to 10,000 strong here on the, biggest Texas Tech YouTube channel and the Back to 12 podcast channel. So, I mean, join the family at this point. So, again, 3 steps for you. Like the video, hit that subscribe button, and turn on that notification bell to join the largest group of Texas Tech fans here on YouTube and to stay in the know on everything Texas Tech men's basketball all year long right here on the Back to 12 podcast channel.